Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, where you are. In fact, if you could put in the chat box where you are, that'd be great. And welcome to the course format showcase. Going to be sort of different this year. I'm going to try and keep it really non-technical, like a complete overview. Switzerland, 1830. Wow, just around an hour ahead of me. Nice and early it was in Canada, Solange. Oh wow, is it Monday? No, it must be still Sunday. It's Sunday for you, yeah. Wow, brilliant. So it's still Sunday. I was losing track of the time. I think in Australia and places like that, it's actually now Monday. Hi Ziggy. I'm just going to quickly mute your microphone. Yep, there. Right, agenda. Hopefully that's going to take a few seconds delay. Brilliant. Hi Ziggy. Excellent. Hope you've given your husband another putty and dog for another walk. Right, back to the show. Agenda, this one I'm going to be covering this afternoon. There are in fact 20 odd course formats, but I've picked out some of the more varied ones, but you always feel free to go and try them all out. All the ones I'm going to be covering today are contributed formats. That is, they're add-ons, they're produced by people not associated with Moodle, HQ Moodle Core, but I will quickly go over the core formats as well. As I said before in the chat, if I don't see a question, I'm a bloke, so sometimes I can't multitask, it's a bit, so if you can bear with me and I don't answer something in the chat window, then please put it again and tip me a wink and nod and stuff like that, and we'll take it from there. Okay. Well, you should now be seeing the introduction slide. So, course formats. They're there to give you structure and layout. They are the first thing that you as an educator really have control over. They are there for you as the educator, they're there for you as the learner. They're there for that as what Moodle is about. It's the sort of the first layer that you delve down into, which is all actually the whole purpose of the software in the first place. They are separate from the themes, and I'll come on to that in a minute. A little about me. I started teaching in 2002, 2003. I worked in secondary schools for 7 years as an ICT teacher. I left, but there I introduced Moodle, ran it locally, started my own themes, and it was through teaching that I invented the course collapsed topics course format, because I saw a real world situation going on there that students need it. They've got a big course, needs shrinking, solve the scholar death. And that's how really what got me into it. Okay. Now I do sort of a little bit of core bug fixing stuff, do it themes, course formats. I'm now course format moderator, and I'm sort of now looking for work as software engineers and educator and freelancing and that sort of thing. Okay. So, what is a course format? It is a way of structuring the course. That is all it is, but that's what all it should be. So it's providing a framework for your course. It's like, imagine you're in your presentation room, you're in your lecture theatre, you're in your classroom. What you want to do is lay out the room suited not only to your teaching style and the resources, but your lesson. The students, the environment, everything that you want to do. You may rearrange your room between different classes. You may, I know teachers have seating plans and you've got a certain student in a certain place. Imagine that's the same thing with the activities resources. It's the first sort of big thing. So you've got Moodle, oops, you see that on the webcam, Moodle, course format, then the content within the course format, and you get to choose that. And then all the individual items within the course, the activities, the resources, and that sort of thing, are then another bit of customization, some sort of layer between them. Okay. Right. So, but the critical thing is one of the critical things is difference between themes. Themes, they apply the corporate styling of your site. They're there to be consistent in terms of the way it looks, how it affects things. But they're chosen by a manager. If you're working in education, you may not have control of it. You as an educator, that's just your corporate style, that's where it is. Course format, because they arrange it and they're chosen by you, you get the decision, and they need to be maintained as being consistent. So management or someone else may decide, we're going to change the theme today. Julian has made this wonderful essential theme for the iMoot site, and it's changing. Yet when I started preparing my course a couple of weeks ago and stuff, and I thought, it's all the bits and bobs there, and you see that was already there, and it worked, and it's fine, it was set up. He changed the theme. I didn't have to change absolutely anything at all. So, as a quick example of that, and I will stress that I will turn my webcam off because I know the bandwidth's a problem, but you should still be able to hear me. And that's off. I'm going to screen share and give you an example of that in a more defined way. Bear with me while it does the technical. I've got to select the size of the screen. Now I have a theme which I'm developing, which isn't available yet, but I'm hoping to make possibly sell. That's why it's got some different bits and bobs called Mutant Banjo, and it builds upon the shoelace theme, which is publicly available. But one advantage of this is you can change the theme and the colour schemes really, really quickly and really easily. So, if you have a bog standard course, I know it's got a bit of scroll of death in there, and it's got a colour scheme, and you want to go and change it. So if we go to here, I've made a little sliders. By the way, all the course formats I'll show today are for 2.4 and 2.5, and the collapse topics are the same functionality. Some of them will go back a bit further than that, but I'm happy to answer questions at the end. Right, so we've got a sort of blue and a different font. So what if maybe, we made it orange, and we changed the font to something else. So I changed that. So this is just muddling with the thing, but the effect is with this it'll change the colour really, really quickly. So it's changed the font, it's changed the colour, and we go back on our course, and we've got this structure like so, bingo. And there it hasn't changed one iota. The layout still changed, it's still there, the content, the structure, everything is still there. Nothing has changed in terms of you as an educator. You said, aha, that's what I want. That's how it's going to be. Do that again. So for instance, maybe have the shoelace colour and have something a bit leery. Got one of these. That one. That's nice. Yeah, it's cabin sketch I wanted. So save that. And there we go. Right, refresh this page. And colour scheme changes, but nothing else does, and that's critical. And it needs to be separate because you have chosen it. So you've got a learning intent, you've got a learning objective satisfied, and you don't want anybody else meddling with that. Okay, right, next thing. We are now core formats. Okay, so Moodle comes with only 4 core formats: school, social, topics, and weeks. There's been a lot of talk in the past about things where they said, no, can we have this in core, can we have this core format, and so forth, and blah, blah, blah. And chatting developers and chatting to Martin actually online on the developer thing, and they said, no, we're going to stick to these, we're going to keep Moodle pure, because this is what most people need. If you want to go and install your own, you can. But all these suit everybody, all the rest suit, I can go and pick and choose that one, blah. And that's really what this presentation is all about. So I think the only one that people aren't really familiar with is Score. Social is really dead easy in terms of, does that go on? No. It just presents a single form where you can interact. Score as just embeds on a single page a SCORM format or a SCORM package on one page. You can also do SCORM activities. So this is one I've got from Helen, Moodle Helen. Got a name so now off the top of my head, and it just embeds the SCORM package like so. Right, and that there is the standard topics format. Okay, coming on to the actual ones I've chosen out of the 20 that are available. So, oh yeah, Helen Foster, thank you very much, Ziggy. Yeah, it's always when you present and you forget, what's I can't remember. Panic. Okay, so so on the presentation which you can download, I've incorporated all of them. So even though I'm showing 7 here, for instance, there's previous slides which we can go to on later, which have a description of the ones I'm not covering as well. Right, first one, mine. Simply, its sections are made of using a toggle. So I thought about, scroll of death. It was a real world situation. So on the screen, all the tasks follow one by one, all the sections. And I had a course I was teaching at GCSE, which is age 10 to 11. And they were all on the same course, the whole year group. It was an ICT course. And they're all doing modules, and we didn't want to have meta courses or anything like that. So what we did was we've made one module unit per section and then put all the bits and bobs within each section for that unit that they needed. But they weren't all working on the same unit at the same time. So a lot of the time they'd log in and think, let's see the whole thing, they have to scroll down to the bottom. Nightmare. So what I did was, we'll make it so that they only have to go scroll down, pick the module they're on, and they only get the stuff that really pertains to them, that relates to them. So that is what I did. I went around and developed it and produced it over the last 4 years or so. So, whoops, on the right screen. Yeah, it was that screen. Okay, so now, most course formats should be completely and utterly interchangeable. So you should be able to set up your course, think, don't really like that as course format. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick another one and use it. So the dead easy thing to do, not as an educator, even though I'm an administrator on here, is to edit the settings. Now, if you're editing teacher, you should have this. And it's a simple matter. And this is Moodle 2.5, but the same as 2.3 and has been like this for ages. So if we change that to topics, and it comes up with a whole range of options, and I'll come back and cover those in a little section. So, apologise, a second. We save the changes, then, you see, we've got some toggles. So, open up, close, got little arrows, open all, close all, and also there's persistence. So here I've opened up the first general one and that task. So if we reload the page, hopefully it flickers, and it's reloaded them and remembered the toggle state. So, and that's on a per course, per user basis. So then I thought, right, I have a lot of people on the forums giving me excellent feedback. I realised all the options are nightmarish, but there is a screencast. Right. Okay, so I said, no, we don't like the arrows, we don't like this, we don't like that. So over the last year, I've added an awful lot more functionality to make it really more usable. And there's also associated help so you can muck around and experiment and that sort of thing. Okay, so but I won't cover everything today. So when we say we don't like the word topic, that's everything. So we got everything in there. Or maybe we just want no additions. So we don't want the word toggle, we don't want the section number. Maybe you want it ordered by week. Maybe we want to have a couple of columns. Right, so maybe we don't want the arrow. We want to have like a power icon or a point icon. By the way, if you've got any suggestions, put them in the course formats forum, and I'd love to say, oh no, I'd love that sort of type of icon. Maybe you don't like the colours. So foreground, let's make it really layering. Background. Yep. And maybe when it hovers, it does something like that. And there's some reset options, so if you want to reset back to the defaults, it will. Bingo. So now really Larry, but you've chosen it. And that will still be consistent between across the themes. So boom, 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 like that. So now we've got columns. So again, solving the goal of death. And that's essentially all CAPS topic does. I've tried to keep it simple. I've tried, some people have wanted loads of other bits and bobs as well, but I've tried to keep it so it doesn't change, so it doesn't become too complicated. I think if something is over complex, teachers will switch off. As an educator, I've found that you walk into the classroom and think, you just want it to work. You want to set this up in 5 minutes or less, not worry about the system. You're concentrating on behaviour, you're concentrating on your resources, you're concentrating on how you're going to manage your classroom, you're concentrating on getting enough sleep for a start so that you're really bright and breezy to be able to educate. You don't want admin and faff. Okay, that's collects topics. Next one I'm going to show you is the colours course format. On my notes is the next slide. Done by Dave Smith, sorry, I should say the word Smith, as your customised colours of each section, so you can get really nice bits and bobs. I'll show you that. So, to get to his, there are these other sections of sessions being installing plugins. I think Anti-Deborah's done one. I think maybe Ralph will be talking about it later, as Vicky said. So, let's go and find Dave's. So go from there. Whoops. Find his. I do have a lot on here. So a few less options. So this is the same course. No, I've changed it. Now this is remembered from the previous presentation, but we'll do it. Now at the minute it's coloured all the sections in. Like so, she can do something really quite Larry. So if we shove editing on, like so, you've got some colours. So let's try and edit the section colours for this one, for the first one. Let's make heading background, let's make it that colour. Heading text, make it that colour. Content background, oh that's horrible, make it that colour. Content text, we've got green, then we need something red. You can see the effect of doing that. So we save our changes, and we've got link and other bits and bobs, and it colours them in for us. However, Larry, now a really beautiful thing I love about this is the ability, I haven't done the highlight there, you set up one, how on earth do you get it down to the others? You added a wonderful button. So, you can copy them from a previous one. So we click on there, click on 0, copy the colours, and with any luck, it's done them for us, just like that. Let's have another one here. So we're going to this section's colours. So that is 1, 2, 3. So click on here, and we want it from 3 was the previous. So we'll do that one. Really nice, simple. I know Davo is the man. If you ever get in contact with him on the forums or anything, send me a message saying, you wonderful person. He did all the bulk of the drag and drop in Moodle. Brilliantly talented guy, far better at PHP and developing than I am at the minute. So brilliant, nice, and actually should be well supported. Okay, next one. Flexible sections. Now, flexible sections is made by Marina Glancy. Now, it's the one of them. I've just got to find the slide for you guys. That can be a bit destructive. When I played around with it, and I mucked around with it, I found that if I use that copy thing and I made one mistake, it would go, yeah! It would really muck up the course and be really bad and stuff. So I thought, well, I've got to back it up and restore it, so that when you're mucking around with this one, take an existing course, make a backup, restore it, and use the restored course and select it that way. Because you can do some serious mucking around. I mean, course format shouldn't, but maybe that's a bugbear I've got with her, that she needs to make it a bit of improvements, but it's just improvement stuff. So that looks like refresh the page, get the same colours. It now first one, really nice bit of function, allows sections within sections. So on the other course, I just had, task, 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 and it was one on another. But here, it's allowed to do grouping. So you can see there that I've got tasks section, and I've got tasks within that. Right, so now there's embedding. So now you've got a nice hierarchy. Beautiful. Very, very, very powerful. So if we turn editing on, for example, you've still got the drag and drop, but you've now got add subsections, subsections, and so forth. You can move things around. You can drag that into that, into that. Another example, right? So if we had notes and we wanted like plenary. We thought, no, notes and plenary. Oh no, no, no. We're going to move that around a little bit. So what we can do is add a. Yeah, actually, I'll add a section. Let's make it a little bit weird because we've got enough time. And edit that. We're not going to call it topic section. We're going to call it last bits. Save those changes. So now we've got a last bits section. What I'm going to do is let's put a subsection. So we'll get a little bit weird. I'm going to call this one plenary. I think it's got that extra option on there. Right, and then we can drag plenary into there, and then hopefully move that. And when we click on that, we get the older movement icon. So we can drag that into that. So move that into that. And hopefully now, last bits have now got notes and plenary. So it's really powerful. So all these formats worth downloading, installing on a test server, having a good old play. So just like that. So now bingo. Okay, next one is the grid format. That is my slide number 13. Now, grid, originally created by Paul Cricks, taken up by Julian Rinder. Now it's a joint effort between him and himself. It didn't have things like backup bits and bobs like that, and it didn't really work, and it was real, people were screaming for it for Moodle 2.3. Now I've taken over a bit of maintenance for it. It's now available 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, and it still works with backups and stuff like that. Simple, really easy to use. It just puts in grid and section, and it puts in blocks, icons, images to take you to the sections on a light box effects. It does need a bit of improvement, and that is on my to-do list. I'll show you to. Okay, so pick it and grid format, just like that. So most formats, dead easy. Just go in there, change it, or change it. Don't like that. Boom. Thank you, Tim. And there you can see some images now. I already put in things a bit small, so if I click on myself, it brings up the section. Again, this is exactly the same course you've just seen. So the course content, truthfully, hasn't changed. But the layout, its use, the way that, as students say, the way students would engage with the course, different. Really, really different. So, click on that one. Like so. Now, at the moment, they're all hidden. You can't see the sections hidden away, blah, 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 blah. So, if we turn editing on, then you get your educators view, and the sections and the materials and the stuff come underneath. Like there in the overall. So, now to put in an image, you do change image. And there is an existing task that people ask me to say, oh, can you make it with variable boxes, please? Right, this should give you a little hint for something earlier. Please bear with me. I'm just going to find it. And for that, save the changes. So bingo. So now added in a badge, rather the image of a badge, not a real badge. Turn that editing off. Click on there. Bingo. Comes up. Click away. Now there is, well, Oh, that might be too quick. Let's try that again there. See, there, image. Get my own screen updating at the same time. Click on there, boom. Now there is also another existing thing, I'm not sure how to solve yet with accessibility, but grid format isn't really supporting it in that way. And I thought, well, yeah, I need to improve it in JavaScript. And I thought, well, maybe what I need to do is change to a more better lightbox. So you've got forward and next and previous buttons and stuff like that. Now, if you've got any text in your area, or you know yourself, you're a dev yourself, please get them in contact me, support, because keeping, maintaining course formats can be a sort of pain, a difficulty. It takes a lot of work. So I'm always open to say, oh no, how can I help you with this? Please let me know. And there's a lot of contact details. Okay, that's the grid format. Another one, masonry topics. Which is slide 14. Hopefully you should see that now. Automatic resize and adjust, really nice. I'll try to do something like this yonks ago with jQuery, never quite got it off the ground, but this does it with UE. Very, very, very nice. Done it in a neat way, and hopefully. So again, we edit our settings, and ta-da! We go, course format, masonry topics format there. Okay, save the changes, and it's arranging things. Now at the moment there's a lot of content here, so there's only content overflow there. The reason is that I've made a really quite small screen for the upload so you can see things going on. If I do that, you see it's sort of semi-changing things, resizing the boxes a little bit, like so. Now that doesn't work so brilliantly, but I think on a sampling course, that's up. So here's Sandwich has got that, and it's got the other dips and topics and stuff. It hasn't quite worked there, but let's try it with that. You see, automatic rearrange. So like the wonderful Bootstrap, you move things around, it's rejiggling things. Neat. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about, oh, how big is this person while using screens? Can they still think it? Make the most optimizes the most use of the screen area. That's what I really, really love about it. Adaptive. That's it. Okay, that's masonry. Now, next tab topics. Put it on there, and that is slide number 19 for us. Like so. Okay. Now, there are actually tab topics, I think there's many topics as well. This one I found was neat. It had a slightly neater implementation look, but you can pick and choose and decide, oh no, that's the one I want to do, blah, like so. Okay, works really well. Converts each section into a tab. You guys, yeah, so let's have a look at that. Edit settings. And go to course format there, and what we're looking at for is there. Okay, and there's a few extra sort of settings. Unfortunately, to do it like that. Okay, save them, and we have hopefully some tabs. Now this really only works, I think, with small numbers of sections like that. But again, it's neat, it's colourful. It does the job. Just like that. Neat, love it. Okay, and that's actually what there is to it, but I can show you ones later as well, are similar. Okay, next one, and the last on my list for showing you formally is weeks reversed. Now, Cloud's Topics does something similar where you can reverse the weeks in different chronological order and have the latest one first. But I had a look at Matt Canning's version of it, loved it, fell in love with it the moment I saw it, thought, oh, this is a really neat way he's done it in a brilliant, clever, intuitive, that is two real different distinct views from the student view and the teacher view, pertaining to what their situation is. So, learners just want to see what's coming up and what's happened, but educators want to see what's maybe come up in the future. So let's change that one. So there, and we change the last one down to there. That's all work. Okay. Now, because editing is, or rather, I'm an admin user, you can see what's coming up. So at the moment, educator, this is what's going to happen in the future. Notes, task 3, blah, 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 blah. And if we turn editing on, what I'm doing to make it a little bit obvious, because these are called tasks and stuff like that, is to change these into their like default dates. Now, with editing on, it goes in the normal chronological order, like so. So we change overview. Let's just kill that name. And because it is a date-based format, and maybe do that the same with task 1. Like so, and yeah, you've got that section now. I'm getting ahead of myself. And do it for notes as well. Like so. Now, so we've got some dates. And the editing off. Okay, so those are future weeks. Those ones the students see. Now, I said it was educator. Now this is a really long bump, but that's what you want to do. Can it be done with hiding topic? Yeah, you can hide topics with the topics format, Ziggy. I think with any other format. Right, right. I'm going to switch my role to now, but the educator will see it like this. So I should say, see it. So they don't see the previous ones. They now see, oh, that's what's current week. That's what's happened in the past. Let's go back to the educator's role again. Future weeks, now you see everything. And then back again. So, really neat. Love it. Matt has done a great job on that. Okay, that's the end of the showcase in terms of the course format, but there's still more wonderful stuff to come. So, summary, I've got you summary slide now. This has made a whole list. See on your screen now, whole list of all the core formats, all the contributed. This was initially a Moodle 2.4 list, but then that's what I was going to use. Then I made it all Moodle 2.5 as well. So all of these will work with Moodle 2.4 and 2.5. And often, if you sort of when you click on the link, those are links, and each slide I made the label. So the heading and link as well. That takes you to the page, and you can look off, if it's available for yours, even if you're going back to 1.9. Okay, there are some late additions. Flex page. Now, flex page, really powerful. Didn't quite understand it yet because I didn't really quite have a chance to install it. I didn't want to take the risk because it depended on quite a few things, different that sort of things. And that. So, but fair to try out for yourself. I think there's a couple of flex page plugins and course formats there you can try out. I think it's all to do with adjusting pages and really, really powerful. Late minute addition was a thing called eTask. Now, the guys who put that in has a sort of thing where it has a nice summary of all the grades and how far you've done. Mainly, I think, for educators. I'm not on the views on this, and quite frankly, I took this screenshot from their plugin site. from there. In fact, yeah, so these are links, so you can go and have a look at them. But the nice, wonderful overview of the grading on that, and maybe all educators, you want to know how far you've got with your silency reports and that sort of thing. Okay, how are we doing for time? Plenty. Okay, right, which one more? There. Where to find help? On the forums, there's the course formats forum, link there. I'm now a moderator, but if it's technical, non-technical, doesn't matter, ask. Don't be afraid to ask about, oh no, what I can do this also for suggestions and that sort of thing like that. Okay. I was also thinking it's not also about layout, it's about things. So there's the composing advocate, you can talk about teaching moving, because this is the way about we work and how we educate, how our learners interact with Moodle, that sort of thing. There is the documentation, and you just change the 2.5 to 2.4, 2.3, that sort of thing. There's not much there. If you're keen and you want to help out, please do edit the file stuff. If you want to be developer in the actual installation, there is information of how you can do that on there. Okay. The next thing now would be good to like get you guys involved. The future. Okay. I think it must remain theme independent. If they become part of the theme, then you as a learner, you lose control. Horrible. You are the educator. This is how you want your lessons to do. There will be hopefully improved core support to make so that devs can make some really wonderful things. But also on the flip side, I think they should stay straightforward. They should stay easy use. Come back to my earlier point of 2-3 minutes. Boom, that's educator chosen. Boom. So, in the chat window, please, what are your ideas? I mean, I thought, could be the slider section format where you like on the Apple, or your iPod, iPad, you slide a section across with your finger. Could you have a 3D cube type format where you can whiz around and stuff like that? Could you have an adaptive condition alert? So as your conditions change, then the format adjusts the content. Don't know. What do you think? Your ideas in the chat window, please. Or if not, if you've got any other thoughts at any point, please feel free to put them in the course formats forum. There is a link on the course. I'm quite happy to take ideas and then pass them on. Or you think, oh, it'd be great to do that with sliders. Yeah, tablets. Yeah, I mean, it's all brilliant. Thank you very much. I mean, it's a matter of maybe advertising them. Say, oh, Deb, could you do one of these? Right. I think it might only just be a matter of time, Diddy. But this is why I'm trying to keep it simple. Maybe, I mean, certainly for trying them out, you need someone, go have the willingness to. Thanks him. I don't know. I mean, I think have the time out. It was just a matter of getting installing, then having someone saying, this is what you can do. Pick them, just do a phased integration. So you think, oh, those are the ones I really like. Get your text to install them or have a go yourself and see them. Create a template. Yeah, there's been a lot of people asking me saying, can we have course templates? And I think that's a sort of a separate issue. Currently, you can't. There's no templates. The best way for doing templates in courses is to actually take an existing course, or rather set up a little existing course with this sort of a outline, back it up, and then use the course restore format. but I have made notes that people do want some things and bits and bobs, and I'll see what I can find. Large course formats. Right, there are some sites. If Stuart Miller's site, freemoodle.org, there he's got a list. I'll have to look that up for you. And so you can then have a muck around and a play with that. I think it is. And he has got a page. What I'll do, I'll make a note of, I will go and find it at some point or soon and put a link in the course. But he has got a demo site. And now also with the new plugins thing, most of the plugins are really quite straightforward to install. Okay, no problem. What are they? I'll come to that. Right. Yes, Moodlebite, brilliant. I had somebody asked me the question yesterday. I really couldn't remember. Moodlebite. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Paula. Badges are all built in. And actually, that's the beauty of course formats is that they're just doing the layout. Everything else, you get all the standard the bits and bobs with it. So if you change the course format, then badges just that separate bit of functionality. Okay. To wrap up. Any questions? I'm willing to show you some other ones. Any feedback, and that is my about.me page or through the course formats forum, which is, I will post a quick link to. In fact, I'm going to read it every single day, and it's worth, that's probably one of the best ones if you want to contact me, talk directly about course formats. Thank you, Ramesh. Right, I'm quite happy to stick around for a while and show you any of the other ones. There is all the information you can download from the course, including a complete copy of the slides. And as I said, the slides have all the links to all the course formats and so far. Pleasure, Ziggy. Thanks, Paula. Thank you, Stefan. There is a badge, Ziggy. There was a little hint in the grid format demo bits about the actual badge that there is available for this. I saw Julian's presentation, fell in love with it, knocked off the badges. Brilliant. Thank you, Sarge.
Hey Gareth, it's Shane here.
Hi Shane.
Just want to jump in and say thank you once again for presenting and just sharing all your knowledge with everyone. It's been awesome. So thanks very much.
Okay.
And I guess also to remind everyone, there's 8 more sessions to go. 8 more presentations over 4 sessions. So 6 more hours, and then the wrap-up session happens after that. So if anyone can stay awake for that. Yeah.
Right. Okay, Ziggy. Yeah. What I won't get the slide is actually it was on the answer's not on the slide. Is actually on the course format itself. So if I do that, hopefully you should still see my screen. Oops. Oh, yeah. There's a big hint on this page. Say no more, say no more. Okay, guys, I'm quite happy to show you anything else that you'd like to see. It's not in the course room, no. It's actually a badge for doing something. No. Okay, that should make it a little bit more obvious of what you can get a badge for. I think when I look through the chat, you will get one, Paula. Okay, ladies and gents, if there's no more, thank you very much indeed for attending, and have a cracking end of iMoot. I hope to see you all in the wrap-up.